Hello everyone, this is your host Maurice, and welcome to Understanding DROD RPG with Kieran, who is with me.
Hi there.
So in the last episode, I have learned after publishing the video on YouTube that there was a problem with minimap, and it should be resolved by now. I just had to upgrade my OBS version. And besides that, we also got to rule 3 in the game. I think we stopped on the moment where we decided that we want to follow past the force arrow here and go basically the same route as you did in your optimizing DROD RPG video.
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously, if you've seen my kill that eye. If you've seen my video, you know what way is the most efficient. But in reality, like if you took the south path and just killed like the wraith wings and got the 4 attack through there, you're not going to be that far off. So you know, I mean, at this early stage, the impact of picking the wrong thing are not super huge.
So I wonder, let's say I couldn't do the math in my head and wanted to just try both approaches, like go take the force arrow route and take the wraithing route, and compare my score at the moment where I'm at the shield. Right, so what would be...
Yeah, you can do that because you can right-click on Tendry to see your score at any time. So...
I see. So basically, I would just see because I would have...
Not... So I was going to say that's not 100% accurate because going one route you will pick up more attack, so you would expect your score to be higher. Like you'd have to play it until both paths merge somehow.
Okay. So maybe let's just try it. Let's take this lower route and see where we end up in. Except we don't have any yellow keys because... let's take a look at how many keys we need to progress. So there's 1 key here. I guess we'll be going back for this yellow... No, we don't need this yellow key.
You would have to return, however. As you can see, by taking that middle path, there is that yellow key behind the mud baby, which you can get by taking the tunnel.
Yes.
So, right. But there's actually 0 yellow keys, I think, in front of the shield specifically. It's just that yellow key was used to take that extra gem.
Yes, you're right. It's all grapple gates.
Yeah. Whereas if you take the bottom path, there is actually a yellow door that you have to...
Yeah, so let's go for a key. Just so that we can compare the numbers, because... So, I'm not sure, basically, how to know if a route is better, because sure, there will be a difference in score, and I guess because attack, defense, and HP is all included in this score, it's basically a higher score is better, right? Like...
yeah, I mean, the difference ultimately at the end, like when you reach the score point of the boss, would be the amount of HP that you have left over. Like, that's really what you would end up gauging in this case.
So let's take a look at this. So +1 attack for faster win. So we could go for the for that attack gem here to save what 42 HP on this spider.
Well, the problem with getting that attack gem is that it's also behind 2 spiders.
Yes.
From this direction.
And then we wouldn't save any HP in either of the rooms by going that way, so it would be suboptimal basically.
Yeah, there's none this way, and if you go the other way, you do have to kill the 2 spiders.
Yes. Yeah, but basically, we are just proceeding.
You will need that, yeah.
Taking this route.
How close are we to the antline? I'm interested just to see what it says. 6 as well. Okay. Yeah.
Just take this key, even though we don't need it, and. Yeah, we don't even have to pick up that.
Well, it's free, but yeah.
And actually, we do not survive.
Wow.
That was unexpected. At least for me, maybe you knew all along that that's what's going to happen.
Well, you did just choose to not pick up some health. You didn't have to take that platform all the way.
Oh, yeah, okay. I didn't even notice that health. Yeah, I didn't notice that health because I was busy figuring out how many keys we need. Okay. Let's just take these attack gems so that our score is more meaningful. 4 HP. So So our score at this point is 310.
And look at that, 4 hit points.
So let's go back to our end of episode 1 and take the upper route. So as you said, we don't need any
keys. We don't need to go back and pick up a key because there is one right there.
Yeah, although...
in fact, you don't... Yeah, unless you're picking up that extra 6th attack gem, or like 6th attack, you don't actually spend any yellow keys before the shield on this path.
Oh, yeah, right. I was worried that we would have to go back for one key because then we wouldn't have to kill the spider, but I completely forgot about the key in this alcove.
Yeah.
So it's +1 attack for faster win, so obviously it's a good idea to get the attack gem here.
Yeah.
So they just hit 2 times, nice.
I mean, this is what I also tend to do, in that I just try the score points and I just play it through to the end and I see which one was better sometimes. Right, so.
Okay. +11 attack and +2 attack. Okay, so nice. So we are going to get
yes,
one
the way
less
it
attack.
works out very convenient.
Yes.
That you save another 90. Wow, 90. Wow, that's quite a lot for the
Yes.
Antlion, actually. They have huge attack.
There's how much? +9 for the mud babies. So we are not going to be saving anything anytime soon. So our score is 356, and our previous score was actually I think I made a typo. It was 310.
310.
Yes.
But you've got to remember that you do have 6 more attacks, so you'll need to discount about 30 points, which is what 6 attack is worth. To ignore that contribution, and then you're going to have 5 points from that's what we're monitoring, the 5-point HP. So I'm not sure the key amounts as well going that route, if that's any different.
So what you're saying is that there could be a situation where just looking at the score, let's say at this moment, we could have a worse score, but it would actually be an optimal solution because it would save us HP from, let's say, killing all those monsters we killed on the way here, because we would have the shield, right?
Yes, I mean, you're taking the different paths. You're not necessarily going to have grabbed the same resources. Well, in fact, you explicitly wouldn't have. That's why you took a different path. So there will be different routes, but it will all end up adding up at the end for whichever score point you're optimizing for, usually.
So it's very difficult to know which route is better. Like it's hard to, let's say, prove it. Right, using the mathematical definition of proof, that beyond reasonable doubt we could say that yes, the numbers say this is better route.
Well, you can, because what you've got to do is you've got to compare the amount of damage that you're taking when you kill a monster versus the amount of damage that you would take doing it the other way around. So, for example, we know that we hit another score attack checkpoint on the spider, on all 3 mud babies, and on the antlion. So we know that we saved 150 plus 42 plus 90. So we know going that route, we saved
let's just say 300.
About 300, a bit under 300. But we did also attack 2 extra spiders that we would have saved 90 each. Because you get hit 3 times and you've now got 30 more defense if you did it the other way around, those 2 spiders at the top. Similarly, the eyeball, I think, would have been free and you took like 60 damage there. So that ended up totaling to about 2 times 90, 180 plus 60, like 240. So it's not, as you see, it's not that different. It's only about like 50, 60 HP different.
I see.
But when you're maximizing for your score, 60 HP is still going to be an extra point.
Yes. Interesting.
So.
Still, it's not very simple to calculate.
No, not always.
Alright, so we are in the situation we could take the Grekel Gate to save us 2 HP.
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing where it's only because I can tell you that 20 Greckles is like completely worthless that you would do it. But if you're not sure, I mean, 2 hit points is, what is it? It's 1/20th of a point.
Yes.
Like, it's very unlikely that 2 hit points are going to make the difference. Like, it's such a small amount, it doesn't really matter, you know.
So we are going just to kill the Roach Queen. Alright. So +7 attack for faster win. How many attack gems we still have left in the dungeons? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the 6th one. So
well, there's also a room up north.
Oh,
there,
yes, right.
Which has, I think it has 2 more.
Actually, I'm going to make a save here and go explore that room so that we have access to it from the minimap. Assuming I can find my way there. I think this is the direction.
Whoa, you're just going to explore that.
Yes,
fine,
yes.
So that door was otherwise.
This door, okay.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
also,
it was
I'm going
good.
to disable the lighting effects because I can barely see anything, and that's not the switch. No, I just didn't press OK. Okay, right. It's going to look a little bit less pretty, but at least people on YouTube will be able to see what's going on easily.
That's true.
Okay, so let's go back to our save. So I have counted, what, 6 attack gems besides this one? Or did I count this one?
Hold on, it was 1, 2, 3. I think it's 6, and then the 2 up there was 7, 8, and then there's also the room to the south of the mud tunnel there, which has another 2, and then there's a third there. So you've actually got like 26 more attack or something, I think. I think it's 68 is the maximum that you have before the boss. So I think there is like 28 more attack. It's something like that.
So now the question is, can we get 4 attack gems?
Almost certainly, I think, in this case.
Yeah. I mean, yes, we can get them. Just the question is, will it be optimal?
Yeah. Well, in this case, you're looking at, killing a mud baby to get an attack gem. So you would keep going and see if there was any way you could do that better.
So, if my goal right now is to find 4 attack gems, so that I can kill that mud baby cheaper, I have to discount. I have to completely ignore any attack gems that are hidden behind mud babies, right? Because otherwise I could just as well take that attack gem.
Take that one, that's correct. And you may eventually find out that it could be that actually the mud baby was right, but 27 attack for a spider, it would have been quite a long time.
Yes, that's not going to happen in this on this level. Yeah, we can't go anyway. So I guess the only other option to get to the south is through this door.
Yes.
But we don't want to do it because sooner or later we want to cross this path, and it will lead
we
us
want to go
all
this
the
way
way
anyway to get that attack gem there.
And as you said previously in the previous episode, we don't want to create nested loops, or rather intersecting loops.
I can't remember if I told you that on the video or if I told you it afterwards.
Okay, so we have the evil eye, which also no chances of getting it cheaper.
Yeah.
Wait. Oh, that does 0 damage anyway, right?
Yes. He only has 32 attack and you've got 40 defense.
Yes. So, remember about this.
Yep, so that's easily overlooked, that platform.
Yes, I remember.
I kept forgetting. It took a long time to drill that into my head, but
yeah. It certainly happened to me on the first time I played the game that I went south here and then was...
Yep.
And because I was playing for the first time, I didn't make any saves. So you can imagine how happy I was.
Yes.
So...
So this is a case where in order to reach any more attack, you do end up having to kill a mud baby. Like there's literally your only options at this point are open a yellow door or kill a mud baby for 60. And is a yellow key worth 60 HP? Well, we determined earlier that it wasn't worth 65.
Yes.
Or 66.
We did? When was it?
There was some eye early on or something
okay.
where it was like, I think after the wooden shield secret room or something.
Okay.
Right, yeah.
It could have been there. Alright, so I guess we're killing a mud baby, which means that in theory, I mean, we could have killed that mud. Why do I keep calling them tar babies? Probably because my expectation is that tar is the first element in the tar stuff, and I expect them to be the first one to encounter.
Well, that doesn't mean that we could kill the previous mud baby, because here's the thing. Had we killed the other mud baby, we'd have got 2 more attack. It would have made no difference to this mud baby at all.
Exactly, yes.
5, so it's still not a case of that you should go for the other one. Yeah. And it looks like killing this one gave you 2 attack, so it was strictly better.
Yes.
Or 2 attack gems. Yeah.
And we're again in a situation where we have a mud baby with an attack gem behind it.
Yeah. So again,
but
that's
we
the same.
do not have to kill it right now, right? We can
No, we
actually leave it lying around and... Where
Well, I
was
mean,
it?
there's an attack gem
Yeah.
there that you can pick up for free without doing anything else at the moment. Once you open this yellow door.
Yes, so spider.
So.
We can never get spider cheaper in this level, so let's just go here.
Yeah.
I'll make a save. Full loop opened.
Yeah. I mean, one thing to note is that while in my first video I only considered options up until the point where we hit the boss, because that was the end of the score point. Now in the second video I just moved on, but it was basically just so happened to be the case that the path that you took was exactly the same. In some of my future videos you may end up seeing that it's actually worthwhile to redo the entire first section if you're actually optimizing for a later score point. Because you could actually get those spiders down to 0 if you beat the boss and kept going. But if it's worth it or not,
Yes.
depends.
Okay, so the mud baby is now cheaper by 1 attack. It's just 40 damage.
Indeed.
And we are not going to get it any cheaper on this level, as far as I remember.
That's
But it
true.
doesn't mean, because we are optimizing for the end of the game, right? Doesn't mean we have to kill them right now.
Correct. Yes. So at this point, the only thing that's gating your progress now is the boss or a blue key, I guess, because you can actually skip this boss. You've not triggered.
But I need a blue key either way, right? Because killing the boss doesn't open the door. Or does it?
But no, I mean killing the boss is actually technically optional in this level. There is a way around him.
Okay, so we probably also want to pick up those attack gems.
Yes. I mean, they are, because it leads to the secret room as well. Like there is.
Yes, so there's like 4 attack gems for the price of 1 yellow key.
Well, 2 yellow keys. There's 2 attack gems for 2 yellow keys.
Oh, right,
at least.
right.
But if you add a mud baby to that, you're getting 4 attack gems, which is extremely good. Like payoff. So it's weird because that platform there is a lighting effect.
Right.
So it doesn't like it does anything anymore.
For a moment I expected the black door to open, just was surprised, that's why I stepped on it twice.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have everything from this room and we can just make another loop and pick up the remaining attack gem.
I guess we didn't look into that decision too much, but to be fair, it was so much attack.
Yes.
It was almost certainly going to be a good idea.
It's a lot of attack and the price is not that much.
Yeah.
And also I saw it in your video, so I know it's the good choice. Alright. So let's start looking at other options we have right now. The spiders, how much damage they give? So it's 12 expected damage. The blue key is here, and it costs 2 green keys. So in theory, 2 green keys and a mad baby. So
is that the only blue key you have?
no, we have the blue key on the previous level, which costs
Yep.
only 12 HP. So
Mhm.
at least for now, it's a good idea to just take that key, right?
Yeah. So this is a case where I was saying that by having the spare blue key, you know, you are. Oh, be careful here. Remember, you've got to not step over the force arrows. You've got to take the other way around.
Right. Thanks.
Yeah.
We don't even have to go there.
Yeah. Well, if you went the other way, the platform wouldn't have been there. You couldn't have gone.
Yes. Do we need the yellow keys? Not right now.
Well, take a look at how much it's going to cost.
Oh,
you.
right. Of course.
Yeah. There is no like lucky Greckle, the thing that doubles your money in the first half of Tendry's Tale.
And Lucky Blade doesn't do the same thing with that.
Or the Lucky Blade, yeah, the thing that doubles your money. So you might as well kill everything that's free.
Okay.
It might be worth at this point just like checking the Wraith Wings as well. Like now that you've picked up the
they're
shield,
free.
reassess everything. Yeah.
So we can just clean up things around, and I think we had a
We do.
Wraith Wing at the.
Oh, there is a fast travel to a staircase as well, which is control weight.
Okay.
So, I don't know if you realise.
Nope, I didn't.
If you're zipping through rooms.
What is behind the door to the south?
It's another yellow key, so you might as well open it.
Okay.
Nothing.
But the what is it? 400 HP is probably not a good trade.
Yeah. Well, it's exactly the same score-wise, but the question
Yes.
is which is more valuable, the yellow key or the health?
Probably pretty soon we will be able to exchange one yellow key for much more health. So
Yeah. Well, at the moment, if you check your HP, you know, you're now at the stage where now that you've got the shield, like you're suddenly starting to accumulate a whole bunch of health. Like,
yeah, but we are going to lose it sooner or later. Control weight, great. So we can also go here.
yeah.
And the eye is also free. Die.
Yeah.
The spider was what? 12 damage. So it's not optimal to kill it right now.
Yep.
And we also can get this health. I hope there isn't any secret room.
There is not, don't worry. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, and that leaves us with the mud baby and the spider. So for now we can leave this place.
Yep.
And I'm going to make another save.
Yes, good idea. So the nice thing with all those monsters there going free, you're never going to be able to read that whole score name on the save name on the menu.
Oh.
Yeah. It gives you a big wide box, but you can't read it.
Yeah.
What was I going to say? Yeah, the good thing with the shield making a lot of those easy monsters free is that you just get this big resource bonanza suddenly. So.
Yes. And it's also very satisfying to kill everything and get and take no
Yes.
damage.
So having all those massive yellow keys is quite nice because it's you know, it's a lot easier to plan stuff when you've got them all sitting in your inventory at the moment. What's the roach queens at the moment?
0. So we can just go
Down
and
as well. Yeah, we've got enough attack now.
we have enough grackles. Okay, so right now I don't know if this is a good trade because maybe
Yeah.
on the next floor I will be getting a free red gem.
Well, what it could be worth doing at this point
Is activating the boss.
maybe going to the like the next level and just having a look.
Right.
Like, there is an antlion if you're going to take the way to skip the boss. I don't remember how much health it needs, or 12 more attack. I think you can't get that anyway.
But we can get a little bit better on Greyman. But okay, for now let's just make a save and explore what we have on the next floor. Because I'm working from the assumption that there might be free damage lying around here, or more optimal
There was, I think, 4 attack gems that we've left behind, or like 8 attack, I think.
Quite possible.
In the previous level, if I'm trying to remember how much.
So we have
Yes,
Mad Eye.
there's 2 gems behind Mud Babies, one with the blue key, and one behind that spider.
So let's just take a quick look around. This very useless map.
Yeah, they're not brilliant.
Yeah, especially once this feature has been added where the game remembers the maps. Okay.
So while you are exploring, it is also handy to check the actual stats of the monsters at some point as well, just to get some idea. You know, so there, the grey man.
The Mad Eye is 8 attack. You said there are 4 attack left on the previous floor, right?
4 gems.
4
which have
gems,
been
I
about
meant.
8
Yes.
attack. Yeah.
So that means we could get Mad Eye.
Down to 110
Yes.
if we pick it all up in the previous level, you know.
And that would save us 55 HP per Mad Eye that we kill.
Yeah. I think we haven't killed any so far.
Right, that's true, we didn't. Okay. And what do we have here? The rock golem. And an attack gem. And the attack gem has a value of 2. Okay. Right, because there's the multiplier here. I forgot.
Yes.
So does the multiplier increase every other level in Tendry's tale?
Oh, you can't quite remember.
I thought you know everything about this game.
I know everything up to rule 5. Yeah. In terms of multipliers, I don't think. I think rule 6 might be 3. You might be right. Yes, it might be every other one.
So we need. Okay, green door. We have enough keys, and we have a secret here.
Yeah.
Sure, why not? Blah, 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 blah. And we don't have a blue key with us, of course. We don't have it with us. And if I remember correctly, there's the goblin biter to the north, right?
Yes, that's correct.
And goblin biter, what does it do? It multiplies the attack by 2 when fighting goblins, or
It doubles as if your attack stat was twice as much when fighting goblins. So essentially, you are adding the number on your attack to the damage. Ignoring the goblin's defense in that respect, because you've already taken that into account. So
Yes.
it would give you 60 attack at the moment if you had it, but only against goblins.
Okay, so I guess that's the end of our exploration run.
Yeah, you can't kill the rock golem, so yes.
Yeah. So let's get back to this save. To be honest, I don't feel much smarter.
Well, I mean, what it would be worth doing at this point is to kill him again and just go back up the stairs. But you will want to see what the level and look through the level with all the monsters still in it.
Right.
Because when you just rush through it, you're not paying attention
Right.
to the actual attack
That's
checkpoints and stuff that you care about.
That's true.
So,
So
yeah.
we have the goblin and we have the antlion. The goblin, we could reduce the number of hits by 1 on the goblin, but I presume it's better to not fight goblins if possible until we have the goblin biter because of the huge benefits.
Yes, that's true. Oh my! What's happened to my screen here? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. Sorry, technical hiccup here, folks. No,
Can you see my
I
screen
hadn't
now?
moved the mouse.
Ah,
It's gone funny. Oh, hang on. Yes, here we go.
okay, great.
Yeah, so it's also worth noting, like, to just rush straight for the door, like what it was that you actually ended up doing and picking up. So you know that really
So
all
to
you
get here,
fought-
right?
Yeah. So all you ended up fighting, you fought 2 grey men and you had a choice of either like 2 antlions or a goblin. But that was about it. I think that was literally all that you actually had to attack.
Yes,
and
that's
most
true.
of the doors, like the actual keys, you got them for them. They just fell into your lap to some extent. You didn't have to do much. So when you're looking at this, you want to look at the grey men and the goblin and think that's where like picking up attack now might be useful. So you can see that the 1 extra attack to save 45, and you're going to get that twice at least. But there's always the chance to pick up attack on this level. But I think the only attack here was behind Mad Eyes.
No, there is one for free here, basically.
Yeah, but only after both of the grey men.
Yes.
So it would have made no difference. And what you can't see, of course, is there is a goblin behind that blue door in getting to the thing. So you could save another 80. And if you choose to take that other goblin, that's actually 80 twice. It's 160. So you're looking at 45 twice and potentially up to 80 twice for getting like 5 more attack.
Right, but it probably is not a good idea to kill this goblin. Because, although I guess we could be saving 1 yellow key if we decided to kill this goblin.
Yes, but it's also you don't have to kill the 2 antlions yet either, because it's a key and 2 antlions, or it's a goblin, and this is a situation where the key is a lot more. Before we were thinking, the key's worth 65 HP, but here it's worth. You got to discount the 120 from the antlions, so you're looking at either 440 or 360, I guess. That is what you're actually getting for the key. But the key is, the score is equivalent to 400. So if it's saving you 360 HP, that is actually 1 point, off of just killing the goblin. It's actually 1 point worse, than like killing the goblin, but only if he's hit his next attack checkpoint. It's actually better if he haven't.
Yes.
So I guess this sort of decision to some extent is also dependent on how useful keys are going to be in the future that you can't possibly know right now. Like at this stage, you might look and see that you've got 7 keys,
right,
and think to yourself, well, this is pretty close to what I think is good. So maybe it's not so bad to just spend the yellow key. But, like I said, every time you spend a key, basically every future key gets a little bit more expensive,
right,
to some extent. So, but also, I guess as well with the route planning here, you're not going to come back and kill that goblin if you choose to skip past him, but you're also not going to open that yellow door if you choose not to open it. So it is really a decision against the full costs here. So this decision, it's hard to make it on your first attempt.
Yes.
What do you do in this situation?
So I don't really remember the rest of the first half of Tendry's tale, so what I would do right now is probably open the door, because I have a lot of yellow keys right now, and they don't seem that valuable at this point.
Yep, so fair enough. And
But,
I think
but then on the other hand, I have so much HP that killing the goblin shouldn't be a huge deal.
That is also true, yes. I mean, if you think the key in the future might actually be worth more than 400, and you've got so much spare health right now, you may think that, actually you value the keys at more than 400.
And then there's also another thing is that, this doesn't become a problem right now, but we could have it. We could have not enough HP to proceed, right? So. In the situation, taking the yellow key, opening the yellow door would be the only sensible option, because otherwise we would run out of HP.
Oh yeah, if Tendry's tale first half is not you know, you're not low on HP, but if you were, you know, that goblin actually suddenly becomes in this situation he becomes a little bit worse, because you might have to end up killing another monster just to make up for the HP loss. You know, and if you've got this many spare keys, you might think to yourself, well, actually, you know, it's more expensive than I thought to kill the goblin, because I've got to go around killing extra monsters as a result.
Okay, but either way we need at least one attack gem for the Greyman, right? Was it Greyman? Oh yeah, Greyman.
Yes.
So let's go back to our save.
Yeah.
Yes.
I suppose if you're, you can do that, but I will say if you're not going to kill the boss and you're going to skip him by going over those force arrows, the next important decision to note is that it's actually not necessarily cost effective to backtrack. Like if you're spending like nearly 200 HP killing the grey man for backtracking, you might find that it's actually worth planning to not backtrack and just pick up. Like, it could be that picking up all the attack in this level costs you less than like 200 HP, in which case you could actually avoid backtracking completely by grabbing them all now. And in the end, in my video, that is why in the second score point, when optimizing specifically for that score point, you just pick this all up and then you don't come back, because you would have to kill the boss that you skipped.
Right. So
and he's just not cost effective to do that.
So basically is that backtracking is going to cost me some health until, of course, I get attain enough defense or attack that Greymen become free.
Eventually, yes, you will get enough attack or defense that the Greyman will be free. But, you know, I mean, how much is left here, really? You might leave a couple of keys or something.
Yeah.
But if you're not sure, I was going to say, you do know that you probably want the blue key in this level, because it's the other one you have to kill the rock golem to get to it. So
yeah, I will be getting the blue key in a moment. The first thing I wanted to do was kill the spider for the attack gem, because I think the spider is the cheapest enemy. Is the cheapest
but
attack gem.
Also, I think if you just, before you kill him, if you look at the battle screen, because it's the best screen, you know, if you hit that next attack checkpoint, you know, it takes like just as long as the mud baby, but what you're saving much less as well. So it's not the fact necessarily that he's cheaper, it's the fact that the amount of saving you've got in the long term and the short term is just rubbish. You know, so you're not going to save much if you wait. So there's less reason to leave him till later.
Right. I guess that's how you have to look at everything, not in the short term, but how much does it save you in the long term, barring the situation where you run out of HP.
Yeah, if he was an expensive monster, but it cost you like 100 more attack to get the next attack checkpoint, you'd probably still kill him now as well. Like, that's the sort of thing that you're looking at here. Ah, yes, we need another green key, don't we?
So where do we have another green key?
I think that's that mud baby near the shield. Who's got him? Near the pit, the platform pit, near the shield.
Right.
There it is. Yeah.
So let's get the baby. Not this place, but this place. So we were at this point previously, but I think the mud baby was.
He was 60 when you first got there, yeah.
I always have to come up with the wording for saying the number of attacks has changed. So like previously the mud baby was 3 attacks, now it's 2.
Yeah.
So that's the reason we didn't kill the mud baby back then, because we had we went the other route just to get the attack gems. So there was this whole thing happening like 20 minutes ago. Just if you're like me and you can't remember something that happened 20 minutes ago, just scroll. Watch the whole thing from the beginning. So yeah, and there's no way for us to reduce the mud baby.
Yeah, not at this stage. Not if we want that green key, which we do.
Yes.
So. Yeah.
I mean, the only alternative would be to go kill the Grey Man so that we have backtracking, then get some attack gems on the next floor and go back here, but...
Yeah, but there you're spending like 200 HP, so you can
Yes.
save 20 on the Mud Baby, you know.
Yes. So we have the keys to get the
Yeah.
blue key. So let's get the blue key.
So this is where it shows that in order to save, like opening one door, you're having to run around the whole level. Like it's...
Okay. Mm. Is it this direction?
Yes, it is.
Okay. And again, not going to get the Mud Baby cheaper, so just kill him. So there's... So yeah, we still have 2 attack gems, right? This one
Yeah.
and the one
Behind
here.
that Mud Baby,
So
yes.
that's 4 attack. So let's take a look at the Grey Man right now. It's 10 attack for faster win, and
Yeah.
there is no, I presume there is no way to look at another floor, right?
Sadly not, no, you would have to. But I'd say make a save near here just to help worse. So you know, backtracking's not worse if you decide to come back and like kill that spider. Just you don't have to walk all the way. Yeah.
Right. I will, I would probably remember what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's just kill you. 92% optimal, nice.
Very getting closer.
So what do we have here? Goblin for 1 attack for faster win. Mad Eye for 4 attack, but we don't really care about Mad Eyes right now. And we have a blue key, right? So we can actually
Yeah.
use this exploration round to get that one room.
Well, you know there was like a free attack down there as well, but
Yeah, but
yeah.
we don't really need it right now. Where is the other green key?
You just have to go south here.
Alright.
Yeah. Also, this attack here is basically free. You have to open the Greco gate. You sort of skip
Right.
past it, but that's you would normally have 6 more attack here, 8 more attack. If you picked up all of those gems. So
So do you know when's the next goblin threshold for the attack?
off the top of my head, no.
Actually, I can
but-
just pick up this attack gem here and see for myself.
totally.
So it's like 7 attack for faster win. So actually we could get...
If you'd picked all that up, you would have hit his next attack
Yeah.
checkpoint as well. So
But you said 8 attack gems. Was it including the ones on the previous floor?
no, it was just the ones that you... Was it the ones you skipped past here? No, yes. There was 4 attack gems on this level. You've picked one up. There's one in this same room.
1,
And then there was that
2,
one, and there was the one south from here.
3, and 4. Yeah.
Yeah. And also, how much more for the antlion? Like to hit his
Plus 6
checkpoint?
attack. Yeah.
So actually, you may have been able to pick up that one as well, because if you would have picked up all of the attack gems except the one behind these force arrows, you would have hit that attack checkpoint. So you would also get the one above for free as well. So actually, you have got... you could get up to 70 attack, I think, for basically no additional cost on this scouting run.
Right. And also... That still doesn't include the attack gems from the previous floor. So
Yes, that's correct.
That doesn't help me deciding whether the attack gems on the previous floor are worth it or not.
Yeah, well, you haven't seen a reason to get them yet,
Yes,
basically.
exactly.
So
So many things in my head.
we'll pick up the goblin biter and let's just
Okay.
see what that does. At least, like you could make this goblin cheaper as well, right? So
Okay, so let's see. Oh, we have a goblin here.
yeah. So 26 attack, like that goes to show that you are not making.
So it was 400, 480. Okay, 6 attacks. And yeah, as you say, plus 26 attack for faster win. And that includes the multiplier, right? So it's not really that I have to pick up 13 attack.
Well, no, that doesn't include the multiplier. Each gem is 2 attacks, so it's 13 gems to hit that checkpoint. So, I mean, there's no way coming up to this point that you could have done that.
Yes.
So, you know, as it currently stands, you know, getting those extra attack.
Yeah, but then we have the Goblin King.
Cheaper at this stage here.
Can you repeat?
Oh. Sorry, I was going to say, yeah, picking up the gems on rule 3 wouldn't be making it cheaper at this point here once you've got the Goblin Fighter. Yeah.
Right.
But there was... Well, I guess, yeah, you still haven't decided ultimately if you want to kill the Goblin at the very beginning or if you want to open the yellow door.
And I still haven't decided if I want to kill this, get all of the gems on the previous floor and kill the Antlion or... There was the case that when you did kill that goblin at the beginning of this rule, you actually would have made a difference and saved 80 if you had picked up one more gem. Like, I think he was at +1 or something, so... Let's just take a quick look then. So we need...
So if you look at this guy's stats...
Yeah, 1 attack.
So if you do choose to save a key here, then actually you would want to...
And the next is +7, right?
Yeah.
So if I do decide to kill this goblin, it is a good idea to at least kill the spider and get the next attack gem on the previous floor.
Yes.
But...
Because there you're spending 12 and you're saving 80 straight away up here. So...
Yeah, I guess... Okay, I'm making a decision. I will be killing the goblin.
Yeah.
Because, as we discussed, the value of the keys changes, right? It's very fluid and...
Yeah. But, I mean, if we're not doing this to be the most optimal, we're doing it in a way so you can beat it. And honestly, 12 HP to get an attack gem is just absolutely brilliant. You know, like,
yes, that's true.
If you don't pick it up, like, what are you missing out on 12 hit points? You know, like, it's almost nothing in the grand scheme of things. You'll probably lose more than that the first time you step on a hot tile, you know, like, because you failed.
So yeah, but
and I guess there's still the case here, you know, you can skip that grey man and go for the antlion instead. You know, don't forget that.
Yes, and basically to make this, so if I decided to go the antlion route and wanted to go back, then I would have to at least get 2 attacks down on Greyman just to make the trade, just to make this valuable, because then I would save 90 damage on the Greyman, right?
Yes. So, I mean, this is where, you know, in a more casual run, I would happily just, there's one more attack and it's going to cost you 40 hit points. And it's like, you know, is it worth even thinking, do I want to backtrack here or not? You can just pick it up for 40 HP and stop worrying about it. It's only 40 hit points, you know, like, but if you want to be super optimal, you do actually have to think about it. You know, can you actually leave it and come back when it's cheaper, that last mud baby?
Yeah, but the problem with the approach where you just don't care about small things like that is that it's very easy, and I'm speaking from my own experience playing this game, it's very easy to get to this mindset where, okay, this is not important, this is not important, that this is also not important, suddenly you can't proceed because you wasted all of your resources. Yeah,
I mean, I guess for me, I actually have more problems of analysis paralysis. So, and also I'm looking at the fact that you've got nearly, you know, over 2,000 hit points, and we're wandering about 12 or 40 hit points. You know,
that's true. Especially that's soon enough. I'll probably be fighting enemies that deal 600 damage. On the rule 5,
as soon as you hit rule, when you first move into rule 5, you know, the first monster you fight is going to do at least 400 hit points of damage, you know, so.
But still, this 12 HP or this 40 HP may be a deal breaker at some point.
Yeah, it does add up.
On the other hand, not taking the attack gem or not taking a yellow key can also be a deal breaker, which will require me to load a save from a couple of hours earlier and having to redo a lot, so yeah. And there's also the question of the keys behind the mud babies, because I have one key here and another key here. Right.
Yeah, well, in this case, you know, because you've got 5, like, it's probably... It's worth keeping in mind that 2 are available, but you have so many yellow keys that it's less immediately useful than the attack.
So I'll be killing this mud baby, because I just want to save myself the effort of running back if needed. And I guess since I have collected all of the attack gems, and I do not foresee in the near future that I will need more yellow keys than I have and can collect on my way through the next floors, I will take the antlion route. There isn't any green key, right, left?
Yes, that's correct. Yeah, no.
Okay, so let's just go there. Alright. +4 attack for faster wind, which is not happening.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Blah, 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 blah. Alright, so 50 minutes of recording, and we have managed to get through rule 3. And I guess analyze rule 4, right? That's also
we've
important.
done a lot of analysis on rule 4, to be fair.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So yeah, that's good. So
we are making progress.
Look at all those keys and health that you have. You know, and even a spare blue key. Well, once you get to this stage, you might want to soon start considering how much health are you actually picking up. You know, do you want to consider laying off it a bit at some point?
So when does the percentage damage appear?
That's rule 6, but it's straight away in rule 6, and there's a lot of health in rule 5 if you get low. So.
Okay, I will keep that in mind. So, but I guess we still can pretty much safely collect health on this rule because of the amount of damage that will be happening on the next floor, or.
I'm not sure.
Okay, then
there is quite a lot on this floor as well.
Okay. No. In this case, I will keep in mind that end of episode 2 that I shouldn't be collecting everything I see.
Yeah, not anymore, sadly.
Yeah. I guess I prefer. Like, I don't really like the idea of percentage damage in this game.
It's fine as long as the level set isn't a really long linear thing where it takes forever to walk back and forth, you know, like exactly like this one is. So, but if it's short and compact, then actually it's perfectly fine.
Yeah, I guess the problem I see is that, of course, it's from the perspective of a guy who hasn't played the game a lot, is that it adds a lot of micromanagement, because then you have to lay off picking up health just so that you can save 10, 15 HP at this one spot, so that you can take another walk around to collect health and so on and so on.
It's doing an awful lot of tedious, busy work.
Yes, exactly.
Sort of numbers that we've just spent 50 minutes agonizing over.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the agonizing is way more fun than the tedious.
Yes, and also the agonizing wasn't really about the numbers. It was like it was about teaching me and our viewers about the game, right?
Absolutely.
Alright, so to 53 minutes on the second episode, we managed to complete one rule. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.
Thank you, bye-bye.